Hey everybody, I just wanted to share a tool I came across that is pretty amazing for roto and better than any of the options that are out there in my opinion, and it's called matanyone. Now you can download this through GitHub and try and install. There's also some inference stuff that would be great if someone could port, if it's possible, into Flame, but for now we have to use this guy. But the catch is the matanyone as it stands right now, when you do install it, in my case I installed with Pinocchio, it has a bug where the start frame you choose to set your mat on, it won't track backwards. So there's another program on GitHub called sammiroto that has implemented matanyone into its UI, and it's a segmentation based mat program. So the workaround that I've found to work is to download this. So I've already downloaded the Windows zip. You just extract it, and then all you do is click on install dependencies. And if you have an NVIDIA GPU, you just press 1 and wait for it to do its thing. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes. And then all we do is click on run Sammy. So I'm just going to double click on that. And this was one when I did see it, the examples they showed on their website looked kind of too good to be true, and they're actually pretty amazing. So just let this load up. And it gives us a little UI that's built with Gradio. So first thing, I'm just going to drag in my clip, just let it do its thing, and then it's going to load. And by default, just for this demo, because it's I'm running on a lower end second generation, third generation old laptop. It's a GTX 2070. It's only got 8 gig of VRAM, only 16 gig of memory, and it's a 6-core i7-9750H. So it's not the craziest spec machine, but you'll see it actually produces some okay results. So for me to run this, usually I'll have this at high quality and 1080. Full will, unless you have multi GPU setup, or maybe a Mac with the shared silicone memory for the VRAM. Full can really die if it's a really, really, really long clip. So I'll usually do 1080, but for this demo, I'm just going to do 720. And all you do in this interface, we kind of just ignore all of this because this is more based on when it's segmentation based masking. Whereas the way we're going to use it now is just using the sammiroto training model. So I'm just going to click once on my hair, click once on my body, and that's it. Now we just click to this matting tab. And instead of the viewer output being the segmentation mask, I'm just going to choose matting results and then run matting based on segmentation mask. And you'll see we get amazing roto. The key with all this stuff too is it's not a bubbly roto brush roto, but the thing I found with this program is the hair detail that you get out of this is kind of insane. So I also see this being very useful for problematic green or blue screen stuff too, because this just does an amazing job at extracting the mat of people, and the actual the training model is only about 1 GB, so it's kind of insane. So now I'm just gonna let this run through. So the source, I was waving my hands as well, just so you can see how it deals with motion blur too. So just let this chug through. Okay, that's done. And you'll know it's done because the export option shows up. So all you do is just click on export. And where it says export content, we just want to choose our matting. And we're just going to go export video here. And then we'll click on download export a video. We're going to open that. And you can see the hair mask and the hair mat you get. Yes, there's some irregularities here and there, but like for a usable mat, this has like been amazing in my opinion. So let's try a different source. Right now these are ProRes, so I don't think it's going to open on Windows. So I can't show you the source, but please try this for yourself because it's quite amazing. So I'm just going to go back to segmentation, click on this and close it. I got another clip here I'm going to try. Give it a second. Now it's just going to load in. And again, like that last clip was 7 seconds long, so for what it extracted in that time, it's pretty good. It was also double compressed too. So the biggest thing is if you feed this good quality stuff, it's going to really, really do well. So here's an example of on green. And this is actually a really crappy key. So again, I'm just going to click on my hand and we'll get just a hand key. I've also had success. Let me show you, but I'm just going to go to matting again and just click run. And you'll see you'll get a really good mat just for the fingers and thumbs. And again, like, it's pretty wild how accurate and usable this is. And run locally, so that's kind of insane. So we'll let this just chug through. Again, this is 192 frames, so, and it's all HD source, nothing too crazy. It does chug a lot when you feed it like, you know, open gate source stuff, but, you know, I'd recommend just a beefier machine because this is, again, just a few generations old laptop. But still cool, you can run it on an older laptop. So let it do its thing. And it's going to be done. There we go. Now I can click export. Make sure matting selected. Export video first. And download export a video. And let's open that. A little bit of noise going on here. Again, for what it is, it's actually pretty amazing. And if we go back to this preview, you'll see, like, again, I don't, because this is ProRes, I can't view it on Windows, but you'll see like kind of what the footage is doing. So I got another example I'll show. This one is with multiple people, so I'll let this upload. Okay, I'm just going to jump forward where we've got some people. So I'm just going to click on this guy. Click underneath him again. Click over here. Click here. Click here. Click here. And another click here. And then a couple more clicks here. Okay, and again, I'm just going to go to matting. Run matting based on segmentation mask. Here we go. And you see, again, does a great result. Again, when you feed this higher source res and process this at higher internal size to like 1080 minimum, you do get a lot less of the chatter that you might notice, but like 90%, at least 90% of the time, this thing produces like phenomenal results. So now it's just going to track backwards. So again, kudos to the people that developed it and also the person who makes sammiroto that implemented mat anyone in their roto app, because this is again just kind of wild how quick and how accurate this is. So now it's tracking backwards. And you see it does, it's not using too much VRAM, but once this gets pumped up to, you know, HD or higher, you can chew up a lot of RAM. It's nearly done. Okay, and we'll go export video. And yeah, the main reason I decided to show this is because compared to the DaVinci one, compared to a lot of these ones, this one is just the standard in my opinion. Okay, play that down. Some weirdness going on there. This one's a little warply, but again, for what we got and how quick that was pretty good. And again, the higher the res, the better this will result. So I'll do one more, which is not using a person, but an animal. Just let it load in. This is longer because it's actually super slow-mo. So again, it will chug along a little. Okay, go back here, and I'm just going to click on him once, and then go to matting, and run again. And you see it does a pretty good job on extracting and just pulling a mat on this, even though it is designed for humans, as far as I know. Again, like the detail and the hair stuff is really where this this shines. So I'm just going to cancel for now too, and then just show one more thing with the object. So I'm just going to load the phone one back in. You can add to it with objects. Sometimes it gets confused with objects if you add to the selection, but you can also get again, pretty usable results if you did want to not just have the fingers or add to if they're holding something. From my experience, it sometimes extracts stuff pretty good. So again, I'm going to go back here, and again, we'll click on the hand, and then say we click on the phone. You see it gets a good result, and then if we just preview a frame and run it, you see it does a pretty good job isolating that phone too. So I'm going to cancel out and end this one here. I hope this was useful for everyone who's checking it out, and try it out. It's sick.